Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon the master of martyrs and peace be upon you adores. Welcome to Shia Waves. I'm your anchor Ali Jassim, here to present and replenish your minds with the latest Shia world news. And now with the headlines. Bahrain bans 3 clerics from preaching. Bahraini Shiites stripped from citizenship, prevented from life in Bahrain. Denmark said to lose Muslims following halal slaughter ban. Two civilians were killed and several others were injured on Friday by mortar shelling targeted Amirli district of Shiite Turkmen majority, south of Kirkuk. The director of the Amirli district said that a man and his son were martyred and his other son was severely injured as a result of the fall of a number of mortar shells at houses in Amirli. He added that the residents are suffering from a difficult living condition as a result of lack of electricity, water, and fuel. ISIL al-Takfiri terrorists have executed 17 civilians from the Sha'ban minority in Iraq's northern province of Nineveh. The head of the Sha'ban minority says the terrorist group has now seized around 60 villages north of the city of Mosul. He urged the Iraqi Air Force to target the terrorist northern areas. He said the terrorists have killed over 100 members of his Kurdish Shiite community since the start of their attacks in June. It is worth mentioning that more than 1 million people have been displaced in Iraq so far this year, according to estimates by the United Nations. Bahrain has banned 3 Shiite Muslim clerics from preaching in mosques, accusing them of violating the ethics and principles of religious discourse, in what opposition activists said was a part of a crackdown on dissent. State agency BNA said the Ministry of Justice and Islamic Affairs and Interior Ministry of the Sunni Muslim-ruled kingdom had forbidden Sheikh Kamil al-Hashimi, Adil al-Hamad, and Muhammad al-Mansi to preach in and around the capital Manama. It said the 3 had ignored warning from authorities to stick to rules set for preachers. Islamic groups condemned the decision, saying that the regime is practicing the worst form of restriction on freedom of speech and freedom of thought and belief. Bahraini security forces called in 2 citizens who were stripped of their citizenships to the Department of Immigration and Passports. The 2 are accused of breaching residency and immigration regulations. Bahrain had revoked nationalities of 31 citizens for reasons related to freedom of belief and opinion. The regime did not only revoke citizenship from those people, but also deprived them from jobs and life in their country. Australia's Prime Minister Tony Abbott's move to toughen counter-terror laws has angered the Muslim community, who described it as deplorable and provoking worsening of relations between the minority and the Australian community. Abbott had previously announced plans to introduce a new counter-terror law that facilitates arresting terror suspects, detain them without charges, along with revoking their passports. Abbott said that the new measures come in response to the soaring reports of Australians joining fighting in Syria and Iraq. Under the new law, which will be funded by $630 million, faces of the Australian travelers will be scanned before flying to other countries. Islam is Australia's second largest religion after Christianity. Denmark is likely to lose millions of dollars in trade and tourism revenues following its ban recently on slaughtering animals in accordance with Islamic standards. The Danish government has already come under fire by religious rights groups in Denmark. Danish Halal, a non-profit group, has described the ban as a clear infringement of religious freedom. Dan Jorgensen, Danish food minister, responded to the criticism on Denmark's TV2, saying animal rights come before religion. The decision effectively ends the sale of halal products, much to the anger of residents across the kingdom. We have reached the end of our new show. Thank you all for joining in with us, and as always, remember our dua to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam al-Mahdi, peace be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.